Blessings and welcome to this reading. Goddess Oracle Messages. Pick a card reading. We have two piles to choose from. One is the Dance Unveiling, and the second pile is 10 Sisters of Light. So just take a moment to choose your pile and we will begin. Blessings, pile number 1, and you've chosen this beautiful Dance Unveiling card. This beautiful picture of Kuan Yin. So very much here, the first thing that's coming from Spirit and the Goddess Oracle is this need for patience. It's like so much is going on behind the scenes, so much that you're unaware of, and there's different things falling into place for you, and it's very much about enjoying the dance of life, enjoying the process, taking the steps that you need to take, but without pushing too hard. It's about taking time and tapping into that divine feminine energy of trusting that things are going to work out, trusting the universe, seeing things unfold, and enjoying life as we would when we're watching a play, right? It's like there's an unveiling dance happening, and you're being asked to almost like slow down, trust, enjoy the process. That's very much the message from this card. How interesting. So we were just speaking about the divine feminine, and as you know, with the yin yang, yin is the feminine side, right? Yin is the divine feminine energy of receptivity, nurturing, cool, and we've got this beautiful yin empress here, and you can see her. She's just, she's not pushing herself. She's in the mode of receiving, receptivity. So I feel as much as possible tapping into that divine feminine energy where you are not working too hard to make things happen, but letting them happen, like your indicator card with the dance unveiling. You see here, it's like it's unfolding, and she's there in this receptive mode of receiving, letting things happen. She's like got this empress energy of enjoying the fruits of abundance, enjoying life, taking things easy, with grace. And this is very much what you're being asked to do here, right? I know it can be hard when we're trying to make things happen. We tend to push ourselves and almost try and force the process. But then we're really not tapping into the wisdom of the universe, right? Like with a plant, for instance, if we're growing a plant, we need that patience to let the fruits come. If we overwater or give it too much sun or try and make things happen too soon, we don't have the same fruits, right? It's the same when we eat a fruit that's not ripe yet. We don't have the same experience and joy. So we've got Dance of the Butterfly Queen. Yeah, it's so interesting because, I feel that you are meant to really enjoy this process, right? Step back, look at the fruits of your labor, acknowledge the fruits of your labor, enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? And like a butterfly in coming out of the chrysalis, that cocoon phase is very, very important. And I feel you're not quite in the chrysalis stage at the moment, and you're not quite in the butterfly stage. You're in this process in between, and that can be tricky, but it feels as though it's so beautiful, and you really are being asked. I get very much to step back and enjoy, right? Of course, we're involved in our lives, but sometimes we need to step back and be in that witness observer position and see this incredible play happening around us, right? So this is very much what I feel is being asked from you here. And we have the Tao. So, Taoist wisdom is such incredible wisdom. Like the philosopher Lao Tzu. Now, here it's about trusting the way, having faith in the way. The way is something that cannot be seen or touched, yet it's all powerful, right? It's the process of life, it's the way life unfolds. So I feel approaching your life with this Taoist wisdom, a time and place for everything, peaceful, detached, yet also enjoying life, with this wisdom, because you do have this wonderful wisdom, but it feels as though there's been some overthinking, trying to make things happen, and that's what you're being asked to step back from at the moment, right? And I've got these, so this is the Kuan Yin Oracle, and these are the cards from the Oracle of Delphi. So we have the caretaker with end, reunite, serve, and accompany. Now, this card looks to be really asking you to take a strong position in terms of supporting others, right? We do need to focus on ourselves and do the things that we need to take care of. But life isn't all, no man is an island, right? And life isn't all about ourselves. And I feel as though you do want to be there in a supportive role for others. Sometimes that's when our strengths really come through. And sometimes that's obviously not all the time. Sometimes we need to put more focus and dedication into our projects and ourselves. Yet sometimes things may not be flowing because we need to be there for others. So it's about really trusting this Taoist wisdom of a time and a place for everything. And I feel there is somebody or something around you that needs your support at the moment. So you are being asked to be there for them. And we have the mystic with know, seek, contemplate, and philosophize. Yeah, I mean, there's an element here where I feel there's something that does need your attention. It's like there's a need to look at things from a different perspective. With that yin, divine feminine energy, with that, I must make this happen. I've got to figure out how to do it. But observing, looking, contemplating, thinking, could it be better done that way? Like enjoying your ideas, enjoying the various perspective, enjoying the different ways that you could do things, and watching the mind and these ideas in more of an, like, being entertained by them rather than having to figure things out, right? This feels like it's going to be incredibly beneficial for you. And we also have the strategist counsel, project, lobby, and advise. I also feel as though being there, like this card showed, being there for others at this time, I feel is going to bring you fresh perspectives for things going on in your own life, right? So this looks like something that's going to be very, very beneficial for you. You see all these, sometimes when we're detached and tap into this universal knowledge, so much knowledge just flows and just comes. So I feel as though the combination of these two cards, it feels more on the realm of thoughts and the mind rather than decisive action that you're taking right now. I mean, imagine how much, like this butterfly queen card shows, imagine how much the butterfly must be feeling, thinking, experiencing. I'm not sure how butterflies think, but I'm sure they have a mind. As in this chrysalis stage, before, taking their wings and flying in this beautiful life of a butterfly, right? So this is very much the guidance for you. I feel also, do use this time to look at any feelings of insecurity and doubt, because I feel that you need to go forward with a lot, very strong determination and confidence when you are going forward. Blessings, pile number 1. That's your reading. I really hope that helped. And I'll put this here so that we can see your significator card. So pile number 2, we have the 10 Sisters of Light. So this is a very beautiful card. I feel as though there's been an element of you not being sure who you can trust, people around you that you weren't 100% sure if things were being said. I feel there is an element of jealousy around you as well, but I also feel as though you really need some people around, that support, that play, that fun, that company, and that now is a good time. This doesn't need to be your group of friends. It could be somebody you meet along the street, somebody you connect with in a cafe, even a work colleague. So this does look like an important time for that, and give yourself the company of other people. And I feel like you really need to know this. You are fine, right? You are intelligent, sound, sensitive, and sometimes the way others treat you is not a reflection of yourself at all. It's a reflection of them. You know, sometimes your light can shine so bright that you bring up the shadows in other people, and you might think, gosh, why are they treating me like this? Why are they doing this? This is unfair. Yet it's I'm really getting this strong. It's nothing to do with you. It's to do with them, right? I feel somebody really needs to hear this. Huh? Right, and we've got spin the silken thread divine. Yeah, I mean, partly to do with other people. I feel that you're not quite as confident or as aware of your gifts, or as aware how talented and how much potential you have as you need to be. And I feel sometimes a lack of confidence really does influence the things you decide to act on, what you decide to do. So there's somewhat of a clearing process going on with you at the moment, where you're getting rid of all these outdated thoughts, feelings, and ideas, perhaps ways of behaving, where you're not honoring and doing what you are absolutely capable of, right? So this looks like, rather than putting any pressure on yourself, I feel like it's just time to reflect, connect, and definitely don't let other people's opinions or judgments affect how you feel about yourself, right? Because you have every reason to be very confident. Right. I also see here there's the Sisters of the Star Blossom. So we've got sisters coming up twice here. That's interesting. I do feel that you've got very supportive sisters. When I say sisters, I don't necessarily mean blood relations. I mean, you know, we're all brothers and sisters on this earth, right? I feel you've got some very, very beautiful, supportive sisters who are there for you. And I just get the feeling that you may need to talk or communicate or open up. Don't necessarily have that facade we sometimes have of, you know, everything being fine and we don't need to talk about stuff and we don't have anything to get off our chest, because I feel that sometimes you do, and it's good to speak to a supportive friend, right? This could even be a reader that you connect with, or that you find a therapist. You know, sisters can come in many forms, right? So these are the Kuan Yin Oracle cards, and this is from the Oracle of Delphi. So we've got poet, inscribe, envision, write, recite. Yeah, I do feel a time of contemplation and writing about, I'm going to put this here, writing about different thoughts, feelings, reflections, plans is really going to help tap you into thoughts, feelings, ideas, possibilities, potential, and connect you to more of what you're capable of achieving, because I feel there's something brewing deep underneath the surface, and sometimes things are brewing so deep we're not aware of them. We're not aware of this idea that's forming. So I feel as though it's about going there and connecting, writing things down. We also have Odyssey. So the quest, the offer, treasure, celebrate. Yeah, I feel as though, at the moment, this is in your mind, and this is the journey that you're about to undertake, right? But it's almost as if you're looking at things, or how am I going to overcome all of those obstacles, right? And actually, the path, this potential is a lot more easeful and flowing and beautiful and gentle, right? Going along here, meandering through divine adventures, rather than these ragged rocks and how am I going to overcome this to get to there. So I feel, do allow yourself to contemplate different ways, and also have a lot more trust in your potential and your capability. And we also have the Dancer with Shift, Dance, and Rapture Embody. Yeah, I feel there's a feeling of lightness coming through here. Like, have supportive connections, have supportive conversations. There's almost like a feeling of heaviness. I feel like you've been quite burdened, lacking confidence, or confident but not as confident as you actually need to be given your potential and capabilities, right? And I feel it's about free yourself from that. Take a moment to enjoy, celebrate, have fun, get out, get out in nature, get out with people, get out in the streets and dance and enjoy yourself, right? Because joy has its own intelligence, and I feel as though that's the intelligence that you need to connect with, because I feel that's going to give you the strength and help you envision and help you believe and help you move forward on the path that's actually there for you, right? And we've got here 2 more cards. So we've got Nurturer, Seed, Conceive, Nourish, Birth. Yep, there's something that you are being asked to birth and connect with at the moment. And we also have Temple with Sanctify, Devote, Commune, Reflect. It is going to take reflection, right? It is going to take reflection, but it's something about like this, the path is a lot more easeful than it feels like you're imagining in your mind at the moment, right? So just remember that. And do take the time to reflect, to write, to communicate with all these sisters that are showing up everywhere. And yeah, this actually looks really, really good for you. So blessings pile number 2. I'll just see if there's any more messages. No, I feel that's it. Thank you. I hope that helped.